Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everybody, I'm Kurnia Desi Murtiningsih, 2001020064. I'm from Accounting B. Here, I will present Shopee company regarding profile and marketing strategy. Shopee come to Indonesia in 2050 after the launch in Southeast Asian countries by founder and CEO of Shopee was Chris Feng. Founder and CEO Shopee, he's the ex-employee of Lazada and Zalora, and now his own company actually exceeds theirs. Shopee was primarily a C2C or customer to customer, which currently open office in various Southeast Asian countries, including Indonesia. Initially, the Shopee user had a C2C or a customer to customer. As time went by and Shopee user went into a hybrid C2C and B2C business to customer. The Shopee company is part of the Singapore C Group. The Shopee is an e-commerce under Garena Group, or renamed the C Group, internet company in Southeast Asia. Shopee is a self-based C2C customer to customer who is currently opening office in Southeast Asian countries, including Indonesia. The Shopee company is part of the Singapore C Group, which is an only shopping application that allows people to shop anytime and anywhere. Shopee can be ordered through the Shopee application, which can be downloaded through the Play Store or App Store. The Shopee logo with the S in middle of it, the logo symbol, the profile of the Shopee company as a compromise application that meets seller and buyer. The primarily color Shopee use is orange. This color become the brand of Shopee. Some reason Chris Feng founded Shopee. 1. A lot of people use technology device. 2. A lot of people are selling social media. 3. It's difficult to sell commerce at existing e-commerce. The Shopee vision is becoming the number one mobile supplier in Indonesia. The Shopee mission is to develop entrepreneur spirit for seller in Indonesia. Shopee marketing strategies in getting the attention of customer. 1. Using marketing strategies in accordance with current trend. Using viral or trendy material for marketing is very important because it makes it easier for people to remember the platform. Using content widely known is one way to achieve a successful marketing strategy. 2. A lot of promotion for customer. The one Shopee used to attract customer is to have the correct to offer them large promotion clearly. Free postage is one of the preferred reasons for the customer in this application. Up to this point, it still gives free promotion to user. Postage was given at a specific time limit, although that figure does not appear large to the customer. Fare can be a pleasant attraction. 3. Lowest possible price. Price is the first consumer consideration when buying something. This is what Shopee used to compete with other platforms. Shopee used a cheapest warranty, double the money back. This assurance is what prevents consumers from thinking long enough to make transactions. 4. Use brand ambassador. Using a brand ambassador can be a promising marketing strategy, since the brand ambassador can influence many people to wear a product, and it makes company more credible. 5. Accessing event. One of the regular events followed by the Shopee is Harbolnas, or National Online Purchase Days. Shopee give recourse promos when they are like flash sale, cashback, and whatnot. 6. Using the right medium. Since the emerged, it has focused business on application user on mobile phone. This brand came to be known as one of pioneering activities via the cell phone. The strategy is implemented using research that mentioned that Indonesia is growing rapidly compared with other countries in the region of Southeast Asia. Thank you. That was my presentation on the marketing strategy used by the Shopee company. Please forgive me for any mistake I may have made. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat pagi pemirsa, berjumpa lagi dalam Bincang Kita. Saat ini agak sedikit berbeda karena kita akan membahas mengenai inovasi bisnis online di tanah air. Kita tahu e-commerce saat ini sedang berkembang pesat di Indonesia. Terbukti dengan bermunculan marketplace saat ini. Dan tentunya hal tersebut didukung karena penetrasi penggunaan internet yang mencapai lebih dari 80 juta pengguna. Jadi, berbisnis dan juga berbelanja online menjadi lifestyle. Dan saat ini saya langsung datang ke satu-satunya pusat perbelanjaan via mobile di Indonesia. Pastinya saya akan berbincang-bincang dengan pakar e-commerce yang berpengaruh di Indonesia. Penasaran? Selengkapnya bersama saya Fedilia di Bincang Kita. Pemirsa, seperti yang sudah saya katakan sebelumnya, saat ini di sebelah saya sudah ada narasumber kami, yaitu adalah e-commerce expert sekaligus CEO dari Shopee, Mr. Chris Fang. Hello, good morning, Mr. Chris Fang. How are you today?
Very good, very good.
Wow, I'm so glad to be here because it's such an impressive office. Wow.
Thank you.
By the way, do you mind if I ask you some question?
Sure, please.
So I heard that you've been in e-commerce industry for a long time. Can you tell us how come you can come up with the idea until you built Sofis in Indonesia?
I started in e-commerce industry about six years ago.
6 years ago?
I was in McKinsey for many years, and before that I did a startup in the Bay Area. I started McKinsey in Germany actually, and it was in 2011 where Rocket Internet started to build the business here in South Asia. And I was the first group of people who come to build the e-commerce with Rocket Internet. As many of the people know, Rocket Internet come from Germany, and if you look for people who has German experience and also who are Asians, you don't find many. So I was, but on top of that, it was my passion for technology for many years. I studied computer science, and even in consulting, I spent most of my time in technology firms. So my client will be telcos, high-tech companies. So it's a natural fit for me. After being with Rocket Internet for a couple of years, I left for starting a game business. And then for been doing game for about 2 years, then I see an opportunity based on experience of my previous e-commerce experience and also my game experience. I saw there's a gap in the market, which is number one, there's a huge amount of people coming online via mobile. Number two is there are a lot of people buy and sell stuff on Instagram, Facebook as a social selling buyers. And number three is it's actually quite difficult for a seller to set up a shop in the existing e-commerce players. So the question is there any way to address this gap in the market? People who want to sell on a social environment, people want to sell on mobile phones and sell and buy. People want to set up shop or buy from a shop in a very, very easy way, low barriers way. And that's why we started shopping, where we try to close the gap of the market.
It's so really nice because if we back in the days like 6 years ago, maybe I can say that Indonesian people didn't really use technology, especially internet, especially e-commerce and online. So how do you see the current e-commerce landscape in Indonesia?
I think we're still in the very early days for e-commerce in Indonesia. So e-commerce has been in Indonesia for 5-6 years already, but I think we are still in the point of the big growth will come in the next few years. We are still only touching the small part of the market, and I'm very happy to see that there are more attentions to e-commerce now from the government, from the sellers, also from the buyers, and I think we are very lucky to be part of the industries.
Okay, and so far, how do you see the readiness of Indonesian market itself?
I think it's a lot better than before. I think when we first started e-commerce here in 5-6 years ago,
and it's grew up so fast.
Yes, we see our partners, for example, JNE, etc., who has been building the delivery network across Indonesia, where people get items. Although it can be faster, it can be better, but still, I think the infrastructure is there. And it's a lot better than a couple of years ago.
But you introduced Sofi as a mobile social commerce. Can you please explain a bit more about this?
Of course. I think, as I shared before, I think we see a gap in the market, which is a social e-commerce buyer and sellers, the mobile e-commerce buyer and sellers, and people who want to buy and sell in a very easy way. And I think that's why we want to position Shopee as a social mobile e-commerce app, where people not only buy stuff here, but also can interact with the other people in a social way. We have a chat function in-app where a buyer can talk to the sellers, just like you talk to a seller in Line or WhatsApp. As a buyer, you can follow the sellers as well, and the seller can manage their followers in a way like you manage your Instagram followers. And everything in our platform is optimized for the mobile, so you can do it anytime on your phones, which is different from a traditional e-commerce if you see it grow from a PC days, because you have to consider how does this thing perform in the PCs, and the transition take time, and it's less optimized for mobile.
Nowadays, everyone is talking about brand contribution for better Indonesia. Anything that Sophie is currently doing or will do maybe for this?
I think there are a couple of things we are doing. I think first of all, contributing to society and building the ecosystem is very important for us, because we cannot grow unless the country grows, the economy grows. The first thing we're doing is we understand a lot of sellers' challenge of selling online is shipping, logistics. So
correct.
we work with our logistics provider to integrate the system, and also we provide a free shipping program to our sellers, where people can sell items without thinking too much about the shipping fees. So they are competing on par with the offline store in that sense. By doing that, we grow the ecosystem. There are more people can come to sell, and there are more people willing to buy. That's the first thing. The second thing is we have a Shopee Young Entrepreneur Program. We commit 100 billion rupiahs to grow, to help our young entrepreneurs. We found that 80% of our sellers are people under 30 years old, and these people who are very eager to do a business, very eager to sell online, but they didn't know how. So we create a program to help them.
Okay, Mr. Chris Fang, hold on, because I want you to explain about young entrepreneur a bit more. You can explain it later, because right now we have to break. So, pemirsa di rumah, sangat seru banget ya pembahasan Venilia dan juga Mr. Chris Fang. Jadi intinya kita bisa berbelanja puas dalam genggaman. Tapi setelah yang satu ini kita masih akan ngobrol-ngobrol lebih banyak lagi, dan tentunya juga akan ada bintang tamu seorang selebriti yang sepertinya hobinya sama kayak kita nih, senang berbelanja via online. Makanya jangan kemana-mana, tetap di Bincang Kita.